Coach McKenna here, and with the Great Day to be Irish show. And it's always a great day to be Irish. I mean, we're on show number 19, and we've already talked about show number 20 is going to be the Bishop and everything, but we just keep moving along, and it's because of you guys. Because you guys are watching the shows, you're commenting on the shows, you're sharing the shows, and you're talking about Notre Dame, and that's important to us. We're very honored today, and we've done a little bit of everything. We've had students, former students, we've had teachers, we've had administrators, we've had the bishop going to be coming up, but we haven't had that parent yet. That parent that kind of does everything for Notre Dame, and we have a lot of them. I'm just not going out and trying to say Mrs. Brown here is the only parent that does anything around here. But I'll tell you what, she's our core person for me, the football team, the post-prom, and everything. So I thought she'd be a good pick. In fact, I put it up. It's early Saturday morning right now, and I put her picture up already with mine, how we kind of introduced her the next guest to me. We're getting all kind of nice comments already. And it's a tribute to her because she does work hard for Notre Dame. Debbie, welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you, Coach.
We're glad to have you here. We do with everybody because, especially, parent, there's certain parents that everybody knows you. There's certain people out there, a lot of our new coming freshmen, parents coming in don't really know you. So kind of give us a little about who are you, where are you from, and why are you at Notre Dame right now?
Why am I at Notre Dame? I'm Debbie Brown. I have a husband, Scott, and a son, Dominic, who's a senior. I do post-prom. I'm the chairperson of post-prom, and I help coach with football, and we feed and hydrate the boys, and I don't know, there's so much that everybody does, and we're all a team. I just might be the forefront of those two committees, but if I wouldn't be able to do it without the mountain of people behind me.
Okay, let's break down because you just throw post-prom up there like it's a little 2-hour thing. Kind of talk about what post-prom is and what it takes to get to where that finished product there, where a bunch of us showed up last year at 6 o'clock in the morning to help you clean up, and it was unbelievable, the amount of things you guys did and everything, but you don't get to that end product without a lot of work. So what goes into all the money raising, fundraising, and everything you do for that?
Okay, what goes into post-prom? We set a theme in the summer, and then I have a core team, and we work all year long. We have just a few general meetings a year, but my decoration committee is my core team, and we work all year long making our decorations from September to the finished product in June. It's just...
Well, what the big thing is, I know, and sometimes when you do something, and it's that big, you forget about all the little things you do.
Right.
How about all the clothing drives and everything?
Okay.
Because you have to do a lot of things, I guess, to fundraise for that thing, and
Yes.
you use certain things to fundraise for that. And the reason I want to talk about the clothing drive, because it actually helps people, it helps Notre Dame, and it's a great way to clean your closets out.
That's right.
And I need to get my closets cleaned out, so I know I'll be bringing stuff in.
October 4th.
Yeah, so there you go. Talk about the clothing
So
drive.
our first clothing drive is October 4th, and we're only open in the morning from 6:30 to 8 o'clock, but parents call and text and say, I have drop off, the truck's here all day. The football boys have 2 setups. We have a setup in the front and the back, and they do all the collection for us. We just kind of stand there and give out the passes. The kids have to bring a bag of clothes to get a dress down day pass for the day. And all the funds raised there goes strictly to post-prom. And what post-prom is we lock down the kids in after the senior prom. They go to the prom, come back to us from 12 to 5. Last year, prom got over, changed the hours. They were back here at 11:30. We lock them in, keep them safe all night. We feed them. There's entertainment. Every room down, our whole downstairs is transformed with our theme. Last year it was a rodeo, so we had a mechanical bull. We had a hypnotist at the end of the night. The gyms has all bouncy, blow-ups, all obstacle course, laser tag, just to name a few things. And we have just a whole team of parents who come in that night, work the night. We decorate ahead of time. After Friday after school, the school shuts down, and we just transform the whole downstairs into our theme for the year.
And I'll tell you, I've seen it once it's been done. It doesn't look like Notre Dame anymore. You walk in here and you feel like you're somewhere else. And they definitely had the Western theme. They up to where they had these little cactus flowers and everything. And she sent one home to my wife, and it's still growing away and everything. It's really good for the kids. It's a good thing. It's a theme. They're not, trying to run to the shore after the prom and everything. They're not out going to parties and everything. They come to this. It's supervised, and it becomes that family thing again, where everybody's together. Teachers supervise it. We have adults supervising it, and then, believe it or not, Sunday morning, clean up, boom. Monday morning, you don't even know they were here. It was amazing, and we had a good group of about 20 guys come in and help this year. We'll do it again this year, and they do a wonderful job. It's unbelievable. But there'll be clothing drives throughout the year. I don't think you just have one, right?
No, and then we also have another one in April.
Okay, so there's two of them. And how do we raise money that way? I mean, what happens? Why is that so important?
Why is the clothing drive? They take the money. The company takes the money. They sort through all the clothes that are good, and they, resell some things. They give away to other things. The things that aren't good is what they resell. They wrap them, shred them up into rags, and they sell them. And why is that so good? Because all the funds raised, that's more we can do for the kids. We have raffles at the end of the night. Parents are so generous. Where does money come from post-prom? We do get an X amount of dollars from the school. It comes from their funds. The senior graduation fund, X amount of dollars comes out of that, for the children. And the rest is all just senior parents and other parents also volunteer their time and talents and send very generous, donations in for, to make post-prom happen. Post-prom does run between $20,000 to $30,000. And it's well worth every penny because the children are here safe and sound. We know where they are all night, not going out doing things, making, bad judgment calls, and they're here and they actually have a good time.
I don't know if you do this, but I think it'd be neat because I know over at Pennsbury they do something like this. But is there a time when, like next year, like right before it's going to kick off or it's all done, the parents can come in and actually see how neat it looks and everything? Because I think that would really, I'll tell you, it's amazing how they just change the school. Is there a time set up when they can come
there's
in?
a time. Senior pictures for the prom, you come here to Notre Dame. That's also decorated outside, and all the kids usually gather here and take pictures with their families. And then once the kids leave, we open up the doors for the parents to come and take a look and see everything. The only thing, our entertainment isn't here yet. They don't come until about 8, 9 o'clock to start setting up, but they can see all our decorations, everything we did all night.
So when you talk entertainment, like last year, what kind of entertainment did you have?
Last year we had a mechanical bull, we had all kinds of obstacle courses, all laser tag, miniature golf. Gosh, I can't even remember.
I remember mine
everything.
way back when I went to the prom. They had they'd bring a magician in, things like that.
We had a hypnotist at the end of the night. And this year with our theme, we're changing things up a little. So, we'll have a little
when
different.
do you break out the theme so everybody knows? Is that like one of those hidden secrets for a while and everything?
It's because I am not 100% there. I am 99.9% sure of what I'm going to do, but it's not. I'm still not feeling.
So she's not telling you.
So I'm not saying.
She ain't telling you yet what it's going to be.
Not yet.
So we'll look forward to that to see what it's going to be. Okay, let's switch gears a little bit because that's not the only thing you do here. You do a remarkable job with a group of parents for the football team. You do the tailgating, you do the pasta parties, you organize that, and you just do so many things behind the scenes for me, especially for me, to help the boys make sure we're right all the time and everything, to make sure they had the right, we have t-shirts. Our kids have more t-shirts and hats than the man in the moon. And it's because of the group of parents that you head, we're able to do that because we believe our kids, their time here is special and they should be treated special, and they earn that right. So give us a little bit about the whole pasta party, the tailgates and all that.
Okay, the football program, like us parents are just here to really feed, hydrate the kids, let them have a little fun. Coaches handle everything, on the field, but we're here for off the field. So what do? I'm the face, but like I said, there's a mountain of people behind me. Pasta parties. So pasta parties are for the sophomore, for varsity. So it's sophomore, juniors, and seniors. A senior parent, generally, and this year all senior parents, as soon as I send out the email to senior parents, here's our dates for pasta parties, within 24 hours, as soon as they seen their email, all our pasta parties this year were booked. I was kind of taking the first with my friend Eileen, just because we were the parents kind of doing it. We kind of kept bumping, and now we have the last one because everybody, needed their pasta parties. And the boys go. They go right after practice. Sometimes coach lets them leave a few minutes early. They go. They feed them the night. They just, if they have a pool, they swim. If not, it's just a little bonding time with the guys before the game the next day. Tailgates. Tailgates are after our home games here at school. We have a sign up that parents donate. The kids all come back this year. We included freshmen, so now it's the whole football program in the tailgates. So they just come back, and of course we feed them again, and decompress after the game, and their little time. The boys have their their own rituals, and then we had our family picnic.
And that's what I was going to get into. Would you? Because I thought that was a great idea by you guys.
Yes.
With what we did is we had a family picnic after one of the practices, but how we did it was really unique, and the parents did a great job. I mean, they got to eat. The kids loved to eat. The parents loved to eat. Everybody came. The parents. It was packed. Coach Clancy talked. Our athletic director Rich Roach talked. You talked. But then it was even more special, and I think it's kind of neat. I think, and maybe I'm a little old school, but I think the jersey is a special thing, and how you wear that number, and what kind of pride you have for that number. I mean, the person before you should have had pride for that number. So we think there ought to be some involvement there. So with Coach Clancy, the parents got to give the jersey, this year's jerseys, to the players. And I just think that's a little thing that is special because it gives ownership. It brings family together. I think we're in a day and age where most of us are not really us here are going this getaway parents. It's our thing where I think we do a good job here of saying, come in parents, be part of the family. Get involved, do things, and I can't compliment you enough how nice a thing the affair was and everything.
It was. The picnic, the parents all came. It was our whole program, so freshman to senior, and all parents and siblings were invited, and the coaches, Coach Clancy, Coach McKenna, actually, it was you who came up with the idea for the Give the Jersey, the presentation?
Yes, it was something I actually, I think I read somewhere or saw that they do it at another school, and I really liked it. We did it with boys lacrosse last year, and it worked really well. But I think it's important that we're all in this together, and we got to remember that. And I think it's important that the parents have that right with the coach to give the player that jersey, and it makes it a little bit more special.
Yes, and as soon as we brought it to Coach Clancy, he was like all on board, loved it. The parents just felt it, especially to the freshman parents. They felt like part of the family because sometimes as freshmen coming in, we're a little unsure, and if you're kind of not a little loud like me at times, you kind of tend to stand back, and it's, we want to welcome everybody, but sometimes it's not, you have things going on, so you're not going up, oh, Mrs. Smith, can you help, and this.
Right.
So it was our way of like trying to bring them in, and we did really get nothing but a positive response. Our tailgate sign up is already up for next week, and already my younger parents, as we call them, they're the ones who are all signed up already, to participate in the tailgate, helping serve and
that's what we talk about family here. And there's a lot of neat things going on in Notre Dame. Another neat thing is that we have some people that pay for the advertisement, but WBCB, who does a wonderful job for local sports, is going to live stream every one of our games. And I got to let you know a little secret. There's going to be a special halftime show. Great Day to be Irish, hosted by me. I'll be doing the halftime show. I got out of coaching here, but I didn't forget anything about football. So I'll kind of analyze the first half, think where we have to go. We'll talk about things that are going on at Notre Dame. So I'll be doing the halftime show for WBCB. And they've been nice enough that we're working on for next week. They're going to be posting all our little podcasts here on their station, which is kind of neat and everything. So we're just trying to spread the word about Notre Dame. And I think that's a great way to do it. We're actually, this starts today. This starts game week. We have Ewing this Friday, so that's big for us and everything. But not only for football, but like yesterday, I lifted the boys soccer team. And one of the things that I gave a compliment to Coach Donegan, who's doing an unbelievable job, him and his staff, is they're a program. And I think that's what the difference is here. We're not just, I said it, I actually put up on Facebook when I put the thing is 3 teams, one program. And I think that's important because it's a family. Each one has a little family. And then together, the soccer, boys, girls, field hockey, football, we all become one family. And that's what we hope to see. Not only do we hope to see our guys out supporting the other teams, we hope to see all of them Friday night at our game, because it becomes a family type thing with the parents, with the students, with the administration. Friday Night Lights doesn't get any better than that. There's nothing better than, tell you what, I'm going to paint the little thing here. Friday night, the parents, the kids, the teams out there, football. Coach DeSandra cooking on the grill at the stand. That great smell of all the good food and everything. There's just something about it that makes Friday night special here at Notre Dame. Okay, we're going to switch gears on you a little bit.
Okay.
You've got a senior here.
Yes.
Kind of talk to us a little bit about his experience and your experience here as a parent at Notre Dame. And why kind of did you pick Notre Dame?
I actually didn't pick Notre Dame. Dominic did. When we had Notre Dame has the open house for the 6th and 7th graders.
Right.
We came, of course, because I'm the planner, and Dominic really didn't want to come because he had plenty of time. We walked in, and that was it. Dominic, my husband grew up in Lawrence, but he went to Lawrence High, so he knew everything about Notre Dame, and he was like, "Oh, Dominic wants to go to Notre Dame." We went, and that was it. Dominic was sold. We were sold, and we didn't look at anywhere else. There was no question from 6th grade that Dominic was coming to Notre Dame. And we love it. From the moment we walked in the door, I got involved with post-prom as Dominic's freshman year. I received a phone call from Miss Pilkington saying, "Mrs. Brown, this is Miss Pilkington. I am the vice principal at Notre Dame, but nothing's wrong." And as we say, she had me at hello. And, we came involved. I, grabbed a group of people that some I didn't even meet. They came to the first meeting. I didn't know ahead of time, and we became a family. And that's what it is at Notre Dame, a family. Dominic is a young senior, so he's still not even driving yet, and I wish I would have held him back just so we had that, more time, because I'm not ready to leave. He's not ready to leave. We just love it, and the education, the family, that's what Notre Dame is. Like when we say why do we do this? Because it's for the kids. It's all about the kids. It's the only reason I do it. It's, I love it, but it's about the kids.
She's just not saying that.
I am
She's
not.
really, I watched her in action, and
It's-
it is about the kids.
Yes.
The sacrifices they make and the different things her and her husband do that nobody knows about it is for the kids.
It's for the
And I got to give Dominic a little plug here because Dominic's a little bashful at times and everything, and a real quiet kid, but he's got a heart of a lion. He comes in here and he works out hard all the time. And you know what? I'm going to tell you what. Not everybody's the star, but you would never know it because the kids surround him. He's a leader. He's a quiet leader because he works at it, and they respect him for that and everything. And he's as much part of the team as any other player on that team. And I'm going to miss him. He's one of those guys that when, it just is like around you all the time, but when they're gone, you're going to say, wow, I miss Dominic. And he's going to be one of those kids, and he's a special young man. That's a credit to you and your husband.
thanks.
Done a nice job. Now, got a lot of freshman parents. I hope we got a lot of freshman parents out
Yes.
there watching this film, or somebody thinking about coming to Notre Dame. What advice would you have to those parents that are coming here to Notre Dame or thinking of coming to Notre Dame?
Come to the open house and go on one of the tours with one of the peer leaders, because even when we came in, Dominic never played football before, and it was funny because our peer leader that took us for the tour was an academic, as he called. We're like, "Oh, let's take us to is there a weight room? Let's go downstairs." He goes, "Well, I don't really come down here only when I have to because I'm an academic." And at that point, Dominic still was not playing football. He never played football till freshman year. And we had the tour. He was wonderful. And just to see him, this boy, and his name was Nick, and just to see Nick, how happy and proud he was. And he was only a sophomore at the time, and taking us on the tour. And Notre Dame, parents, go to that. Listen. read everything that you can. Like incoming freshman parents, go on that resource board. Make sure you sign up for alerts, because a lot of people, oh, I miss things. That's important, because people, you don't know, everything is out there. Coach puts stuff on Facebook, school, your teachers communicate. The most important thing is sign up for your alerts, because that's where you're going to get all the, current information of everything that's going on. But I can't plug Notre Dame anymore than it was the right fit for us and everybody around us. That it's the right fit for them. I mean, everybody's here. There's no complaints.
And you know what's neat? In the 4 years you've been here, I've watched you make friends that,
Yes.
and I'm talking about other parents that
Yes.
will be friends for the rest of
Yes.
your life. After Notre Dame's over, and we're not ready to get rid of you yet, but after Notre Dame's over, you'll still have these people
Yes.
that will be friends for the rest of your life. And it becomes family. And that's that word we keep going back to. But you always can come home to Notre Dame, and that's what I like about it. In the weight room, in the school, and everything. There isn't a day here where I don't see an alumni walking through the hall, whether it's somebody back from the 70s, 80s, 90s, or it's somebody from last year. They always know they have a home here. Mm-hmm. And I think that's different. And again, I keep saying this, it's okay to be different, because we're a good different here. And from our faith and everything else. One of the compliments I want to give you, Debbie, is that I always talk about it's not about you, it's not about me, it's about others. And you and your husband have lived that to the T, where you give back to so much to other people and the people here at Notre Dame. On behalf of Notre Dame, I got to thank you for everything you and your husband do. No crying allowed.
No crying allowed.
No crying allowed.
No crying in football.
That's right. No crying, period. I can't cry. If I cry on the show, I got to shut it down.
That's it.
But the other thing is that we do everything here, and that's what I like about Notre Dame. Yeah, am I the ex-football coach? I run the weight room. I run the Catholic Athletes for Christ, and I'm involved in a lot. But there's so much that goes on in that building upstairs, and I say this over and over and over to people. There's no reason you can't come here and get involved in something. And one of the biggest problems some of our kids have, they get involved in too much. They're involved in everything, and that's great too, because then your days goes fast. Everything does right. You're a taskmaster, and it works out well. Okay, and I think the only thing I have left is that, again, I want the date again. When is the date of the first
October 4th.
October 4th.
October 4th.
We want to have so many clothes that they got to bring new trucks in. They got to bring more trucks in. We'll have clothing all over. And we want to really kick it off so we start the year right for the post-prom, because to these seniors, this is their year. This is their last year at Notre Dame, but this is their special year. And I'm sure they're going to come up with a theme that is going to rock the house. But the more money we are able to collect for them, and guess what? We all need to clean our closets out.
Yes,
So mark that date on your calendar. Get your clothes in here that day. And even if you just watch this podcast and you're not a Notre Dame person, we'll be here that day. Drop the clothes off.
Yes.
Bring them in the weight room early. Bring them here any way you can. But let's help them out any way we can. It's about all of us pitching together and helping each other. We're going to have a lot of great guests coming up. What I'd like you to do, you watch the show, you like what we're doing, share the show. Share it to people and everything. Watch our football live stream. And I got to give a shout out to BCB, WBCB. And if you want to check out their channel, which is really good because they're a local radio station in Levittown that cares about youth sports. But what they've done is with this live stream with the games, and this goes out to all you football parents out there and baseball who have benefited from this. If you got a grandma out in Anchorage, Alaska, and she wants to watch the game, she can watch the game live. And she can watch her grandson, anybody, or you can watch any relative you want to, but you can watch the game live, and it's a beautiful thing because we all can't make all the games, but it's a great way, and then it's taped. You can go back to it, watch it again, and it's there for you. And I think it's such a great service they give. And Bill Redner, who's my contact over there, is a special friend of mine. But that radio station's been there forever. I can remember back in the 70s that they used to be the big sports station for Bucks County when I played in Bucks County and everything. So they've been there forever, and they've stayed true to themselves. And again, there's the theory of this year, and that's what we're going to end the show on. We've talked about just be you. Be happy with who you are, and just be you. There's a local radio station that knows who they are, and they're happy with being who they are. They're about the community. They're about the local community, Mercer, Bucks County, but it's a great place to be, and they're happy with being themselves. Just be you. Irish Nation here, Coach McKenna here with Debbie Brown. I hope you have a great day. See ya.